Okay, good morning to everyone. So far we have discussed about the state management, right? So state management using stateful widget. Okay, so inside stateful widget we have used set state to set some state, and then like today we are going to look into the inherited widgets topic. Okay, so actually when I'm using stateful widgets, I was saying this, right? We should use as few as possible. Like whenever you want to set some state, we need to ensure that stateful widget is not our preference. Okay, so we should be using something else, okay, which we are yet to learn. Okay, so but it's good to know about stateful widget, because in Flutter framework itself you might be seeing stateful widget in few places, like few or more places, so that you need to understand what is meant by stateful widget. Okay, so I think we already know about stateful widget. Okay, and then today we are going to look into inherited widgets. So inherited widgets, okay, what is meant by inherited widget? Okay, so inherited widget is similar to stateful widget, stateless widget. Okay, so it's almost similar to that, but it has a different purpose. Using inherited widget, we don't actually set the state, okay, but we access the state of something that is declared somewhere else. Okay, so actually as we develop apps, okay, like when we are actually developing some apps which is having some like big user interfaces, what will happen is you will keep writing widgets inside widgets. Okay, so you will write a widget again for meeting some user requirement, you will write more widgets. Okay, you will combine more widgets, right? So what will happen then is, as you keep coding more widgets, they will become more complex. Okay, so and then what will happen is, if you want to access some value, okay, some value from another level of widget, for example there are 10 levels of widgets, okay, and in first level of the widget you have set some value over there, and then if you want to access at the 10th level, what will happen is you have to pass that value from level 1 to level 2, level 2 to level 3, level 3 to level 4, level 4 to level 5, like that you have to keep on passing it, and then you have to access at the 10th widget. Maybe when you are passing this value between these widgets, you might be not actually using it, instead just passing that value in order to reach the 10th value, that like 10th level. Okay, so like since you are not like maybe you might be not getting the point, but just remember that as your app grows, widget levels also will grow. Like you will write more composite widgets, okay, widget within widget, widget within widget. Okay, and then when you want to pass a value from first widget to somewhere in between the widgets, you have to keep passing that widget, keep passing that values within these classes in order to reach that level. Okay, so what happens now is, even though you are able to access some value from top level of widget to the middle of the widget, this is actually increasing the boilerplate code. Okay, so as I said, boilerplate code is like the auto generated code or something that is not necessary. Okay, something like, for example, you are adding some values, and whenever you are adding some values, if you are writing the logic there then and there, what will happen is you'll have like, for example, take an app which is having like which is actually performing some additions. Okay, two numbers and addition, like for example, if you're doing 5 times of this addition, what will happen is you keep adding this addition code 5 times. Okay, and if you want to change it somewhere, okay, so Okay, so like this boilerplate code keeps increasing when you are writing instead of actually using a function to add few numbers. If you are keep writing this add code everywhere you want, what will happen is, in case if you want to actually change how this add like sum should perform, you have to keep changing it everywhere. Instead of that, you are going to use functions, right? So that is what meant by reducing the boilerplate code. See, auto generated code comes under boilerplate code. Even if something you are actually repeating everything, that also comes under boilerplate code. Okay, the idea of reducing boilerplate code is, like, by using functions, by using some advanced concepts, you actually reduce this boilerplate code, but still it continues to exist in all the apps. Okay, but when you are actually writing so many programs, you will understand, okay, why I am repeating this so many stuffs, let me use a function. Okay, so by actually trying to reduce boilerplate code, you yourself will learn more advanced topics. Okay, so what I mean is, when you are actually programming so many programs, if you are continuously repeating the code, then you will think like, okay, why I'm writing the same stuff from here and there. You will copy from the other places to here, and then you will you'll keep on repeating it, right? Then you will realize that, okay, instead of copying, let me create a function. Okay, there you are reducing the boilerplate code. So in the same way, compared to stateful widgets, inherited widgets actually reduce some boilerplate code. So what exactly it reduces is, when you're passing a value from level 1 to level 10 of the widgets, like you have 10 level of widgets and you are trying to pass a value from level 1 to level 10, you have to keep passing within the each and every class. So instead of passing it between each and every class, by using inherited widgets, you can directly access it within that 10 level. Okay, you don't have to pass it between these widgets. Okay, so it might take some time for you to understand what exactly it means, because when you are actually using more stateful widgets, you will understand, okay, this is the problem with stateful widgets. Okay, so this is one of the problem. The other problem with stateful widgets is, whenever you are using a stateful widget in your app, it actually rebuilds everything. Okay, so if your app is small, stateful widgets is very much fine. When your app grows bigger, stateful widgets will become a problem, because everything will get rebuilt. Okay, so when everything will get rebuilt, something you don't want to show on the screen might appear. Okay, some value which you have computed but don't want to show on the screen unless and until it is rebuilt. But using set state somewhere else will actually impact that. Okay, somewhere you change some value and you don't want to show that on the screen yet, but somewhere else you have used a set state which actually rebuilds everything, and that values might be shown on the screen which you don't want. Okay, these kind of problems will appear in stateful widget. So inherited widgets is the way to go, but the catch here is, we will just learn what is meant by inherited widgets and some examples, but we are not going to use them in our apps. Okay, we are going to use some more advanced topics for setting the state. As I said, inherited widgets is more about accessing the state rather than setting the state. Okay, setting the state is done using maybe stateful widget or provider or block. Okay, so inherited widget is more about accessing the state and reducing the boilerplate code. And we, like, when we come across something like provider, we'll no longer use inherit widget. So we just have to learn what it is for, like, just improving our knowledge with Flutter. Okay, so inherited widgets is about accessing the state somewhere else within the program, just because stateful widgets will introduce lot of boilerplate code. Okay, so like, I can actually show you what is the problem with stateful widget. I'll show you that. I'll try to show that one as well, and then how we can overcome with inherit widgets. Okay, so let me open a new project. So I'm creating a new project for inherited widgets. I will try to show you the problem first of all, and then I will try to show you the inherited widget, and then okay. So let me write a stateless widget. And then now I will see whether it can run or not by opening the emulator. While everything opens, let me add the material app. Okay, so here I will create a stateless widget, stateful widget. Okay, stateful widget, my page level 1. So that's fine. So I'm going to put it here. So scaffold body. So let me run this app first of all. So what I will do is I will try to show you the problem that we'll have with stateful widgets. Okay, and then I will try to solve that using the inherited widget. But uh, I will actually try to solve it. But in case if I am unable to solve it, what I will do is I will remove all the code and try to write a different app. Okay, actually I have done some homework for this session, so I have the code ready with me. Okay, so this is the code. Okay, but like I really want to show you the problem, but I haven't tried this. Okay, but when I was actually developing some app, I have actually seen that problem. Okay, that's why I felt like, okay, let me try to show you. So let me add some center. Okay, so we have a button that is showing hello world of. Okay, just imagine a scenario where I want to keep this button. Okay, like keep this text. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me move this razor button to a different class. So for that, I'm going to create another stateful widget. Okay, and then my page level 2. Okay, so and then what I will do is I will move this razor button code to here. So and then I will just call this my page level 2 over here. So let me see if this is actually working. So this is actually working. So you can see that now I have created 2 level of pages. Okay, so now let me try to move this text into another widget. Okay, okay, let me create another, for example, stateless widget. Okay, my page level 3, and then I'm going to have this text over here. Okay, so now this is fine. So let me change this. Okay, now you can see that it is still working fine. So now we have created 3 level of widgets. Okay, so when I say level, don't think like this center container. Okay, this whole class itself is one level. Okay, this whole class itself is one level. Okay, just as we are doing with pages, I am doing with like I'm trying to do the same thing in the same page. So now just imagine I want to pass this title from the previous class. Okay, so let me do, I remove the text and then just put something like title. Okay, now it is throwing some error. Let me try to resolve it. Create a field title. Now I created a field title. Since this is a stateless widget, this has to be final. Okay, and then we have to give some constructor. Okay, see, the reason why we are giving final for a stateless widget is when something is a stateless widget, whatever properties that were there inside it should not be changing. Okay, so whatever it's there, that has to be final, so that whenever I call, like for example, what I cannot do is I am not supposed to do something like title is equal to 123. Okay, this is something I am not supposed to do. Okay, so let me remove this final and see what will happen. Okay, so that's okay, but since I am giving a stateless widget, you can see that we are getting some error, right? That's because these fields are not marked as final. Okay, even though it still worked, but I don't think that's a way we should do in Flutter. Okay, so as a marked final, you can see that this code has thrown an error, okay, which should not be changed. So stateless widgets are something that should not change. Stateful widgets can change. Okay, so this is how I give a title. So now you can see that there is an error on the screen because wherever I am calling this one, you can see that title is not given here. So what I have to do is I have to give title, okay, and then hello world from level 2, and you can see that now it is working fine. So let me get this title not from here also. Let me move to the upper level. Okay, so now I just type title here and then try to resolve it and add a field. Okay, so let me make it a string. Var is still fine. Okay, and then give a title over here. Okay, and then it is still working. But the catch here is I have to reboot it, like restart it every time. Okay, because I'm not changing within here, I'm giving something over here which will work only when I restart it. Okay, so let me remove this title from here as well. Okay, what I will do is I want to give some title, like I want to move this title to level 1. Okay, level 1 of my app. From there, from level 1 I want to move title to level 2, from there level 3. You can see that the title is declared over here, so I need to give title from here. Like, okay, here also I need to have some title because this is the actual class which I am going to call. Okay, and then I am going to resolve these issues. So here the thing is I have to mark title as final because I'm going to call my page level from somewhere else and then create a constructor as necessary. Okay, constructors are created. In order to access this title over here, what I could give is widget.title. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay, so in order to access a value from here, okay, so like for example, when I created page level, like page level 2 using a stateful widget, and then you have observed that this page level 2 calls the state 2. Okay, state 2 class. This whole code is generated. So in order to access a value from here, if I'm having a value in the stateful widget, this is how I call it in the, like, access that in the state class. Okay, this is the widget class, this is the state class. Okay, so this is how I access it. Widget dot title. So widget dot title means this title will come over here and then title is assigned over here. Okay, so there are other ways also to do it. For example, what I could do is I can just mark it as final and then create a constructor. Okay, and then pass title equal to title. So this is also fine, I guess. Okay, but why there is an error? Okay, so I have to add this brackets over here. That's why, that's how it works. If I'm not adding these brackets, I need to remove this. Okay, so this has worked. So let me give, okay, so now it's working. So let me give, okay, so let me give a value over here. Okay, so it is working fine. So all I need to do is a restart. But I don't want to give a value over here. Okay, so I want to give a value over here, right? So this will be title hello world from level 1. So you can see that this value is here now. So in the same way, what I could do is I can give a title over here and then resolve these issues using a constructor and then add a title over here. See, instead of declaring something over here, I think I can do something like this also. Okay, this will still work. So all I need to do is I need to give level 1 2 3. So still it is accessible, right? So let it, okay, let me do one more thing. Let me add title over here. Okay, and then add a field title and then give so this is stateless widget. I have to mark this as final and then let it be string. So you can see, right? So in order to access the title given in my app, I have to pass that value over here and then over to this, over to level 2, over to level 3. Okay, so in order to access this value, I have to do this much stuff. There is other way I could do also. For example, I can give something like in a global level. Okay, you can see it is working. So let me restart. Okay, so you can see this approach is also working, but like usually in programming, we avoid global variables as much as possible. Just like our intention to avoid stateful widgets, we avoid we avoid these global variables also. Okay, so we don't need this. So okay, that's okay. So this is the actual problem I was speaking when I was actually demonstrating it. In order to pass a value from one class to another class, like between levels, you have to keep passing it between. Okay, you have to keep passing in between, and then at the same time, if you want to avoid these kind of things, you can actually go with global variables also, but that's not a good practice. Okay, but for smaller apps that is still fine. Okay, for smaller apps you can use any approach. You can still, like if you're having only 3 levels, that is still fine, you can go ahead with it, but it's a kind of a personal preference. Okay, I don't want this much of boilerplate code. Okay, I want, let me use some advanced topic. You see, you'll have some app, like for example, if you take for loop, while loop, okay, if conditions, you can write apps using only these concepts. Okay, at the same time you can use some advanced topics like functions, methods, classes, in order to solve the same problem and then give a better output. So when you are using advanced topics, what will happen is the lines number of lines in your code will reduce. Okay, that's the whole intention of using the advanced topics. Even though you can achieve the same thing using the basic concepts, the reason you have to learn the advanced topics is to reduce the number of lines of code. Okay, and maybe like whoever is coding, that might be for them, it might be easy. Whoever is reading that code, they might find it slightly difficult. Whoever is reading the code of some advanced topics, which is written using some advanced topics, those guys have to read some stuff about that advanced topics and then get back to it. Okay, so like in this example, the only stuff what we have used is a stateless, like some widgets in multiple levels, stateful and stateless widget, nothing advanced. We haven't used any advanced topics. Okay, we have just used stateful widgets and stateless widgets in order to achieve in order to read some title which is declared in the my app. Okay, at the root of the program. Okay, and then you can see that it has increased a lot of boilerplate code. Okay, so instead of this, what we could try to do is, so let me try to solve this problem using the inherited widgets. Okay, so let me remove this. Okay, so let me use Control Z. So this is what we have. Okay, so there is no title as such. Okay, so let's have some title over here. See, whatever I'm going to try now, I am certainly not sure it will work or not, but in order to make it work, I need to try some more topics. Okay, okay, so let me try to give a title over here, and then let me give some. Okay, so I gave some title over here and I want to access here. Okay, so since this is a stateless widget, I have to mark it as final. Okay, and then a value is given, that is fine. So okay, so like before going ahead, I want to give some introduction, some more introduction about inherited widgets. So if you remember, when we are actually writing our user interfaces code, we have used something like media query dot off. Okay, so whenever you are using this off method, we are actually using inherited widgets. Okay, so this is not something what we haven't used at all, but in our previous apps itself we have actually used it. Okay, so if you look into the default app code, when you are creating the Flutter project, there is a default app which is created, right? In that also you will see something like theme dot of context, theme dot of context. Okay, you are actually using the inherited widget there. Okay, theme dot of is a method for accessing the theme. Okay, the theme might be an inherited widget. Okay, so somewhere inside the Flutter framework inherited widgets are used. Okay, that is why you are able to access theme dot of. Okay, so here in this case what we are going to do is, so we are also going to have some sort of off method. Okay, so for that probably we have to use something like this. Okay, so this is my app, right? My app dot off context dot title. So you can see that it is not working. Okay, there is an error. Okay, so instead of giving my app, what I will do is, okay, so let me try to do one thing. Let me try to resolve this issue. Create off, like when I try to resolve that issue using control dot, you can see that create method off is showing. So I will do that. Okay, and then try to format the document. So here I have to write some code which will actually give this value to me. Okay, so if you actually go through the inherited widgets documentation, what they say is you have to use something like this, depend on inherited widget. Okay, first of all what we have to do is we have to actually instead of stateless widget here we have to use something like inherited widget. Okay, but the problem here is we can't pass a inherited widget over here, right? Okay, either it has to be stateless widget or stateful widget, but not an inherited widget. Okay, but I haven't tried passing an inherit widget so far, but maybe it might work or it might not work. Okay, but as far as I know, we always pass stateful widget or stateless widget to the run app of. So since we are passing my app which is a stateless widget, okay, we cannot pass this, right? We cannot make it an inherited widget and then pass it over here. So what we have to do is we actually have to move this title to somewhere else, somewhere class, some other class which will actually extend inherited widget. So for that what I will do is I will create a class. Okay, let me name it model. Okay, so whenever we are naming something as model, okay, in our programming world we call classes as models. Okay, so models is nothing but maybe a plain class. Okay, whenever if it is a plain class, we can call it as a model. For example, model string title. Okay, I will give something. This is a model. Okay, so I am going to extend using inherited widgets. Unfortunately, there is no default way of doing it, like I do it for stateless widget or stateful widget. There is no straightforward way or like digging way of doing it, like we go to the framework and see how it's done there. Okay, those things will not work here. So this is how we do it, but fortunately we are not going to use inherited widget anywhere else. Just for our learning purposes only we are just going to learn this and leave it. Whenever you are using off method, you will realize that okay, inherited widget, we are using inherited widget. Okay, guys, we are going beyond 10. It's fine, right? Okay, so anyways, if you if you want to leave, please feel free to leave. Anyways, I'll provide the recording, right? That will be fine. So now, so I have extended the inherited widget, and then you can see that red squiggly line has appeared. What I will do is I'll just click control dot, and then you can see that it is missing one overrides. Okay, I'm just going to click it, and you can see that some method has popped up, and then it is showing us throw unimplemented error. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply return true. The reason why I'm returning true is you can see that it returns bool value. So let it be true for now. Like as you write some advanced programs, you might pass something else over here, but for now this is fine. And then still an error is appearing over here. So let's see what it's saying. It is not saying anything. Must be immutable for this line. Okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some final over here, and then create a constructor. Okay, so it has created some plain constructor. So there is, if you see the other constructor, I think we haven't added any constructors over here. That's okay. So whenever you are extending something, right? So whenever you are extending something, here we are extending inherited widgets. Okay, in general sense, whenever you are extending something, this inherited widget might also have a constructor. Okay, and you can see that this inherited widget extends proxy widget. So proxy widget will also have a constructor. Okay, so all these are constructors. So inherited widgets has got a constructor. If you are declaring a class like this, what will happen is inherited widget constructor will not be called. So in order to ensure that inherited widget constructor is called, what we are going to do is we are going to add something like super. Okay, and then we are going to pass the required values from, okay, from this place to that place. So it needs key and widget, right? So I'm going to copy this and then put it over here. Okay, as optional. Even title also I will move that to the optional. Okay, and then I will pass this key and child. Like because this requires key and child, I'm going to, these are optional, right? I have to give something like this. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so okay, so let it be like this for now. Okay, so now we have a model which inherits. Okay, we have a model which inherits inherited widget. Okay, and then let me give a title over here. Okay, for hello from inherited widget. So let me remove this title. Okay, I don't need this off method also. See, this off method you really don't need to give only for inherited widget. You can give it anywhere. Okay, it's just like declaring normal methods. Okay, static method. So now we have a title here. Okay, we have a class which extends inherited widget that has got a title with a default constructor like this. Okay, now what I will do is I will try to access this title over here. Okay, so let me remove this off method also for now. So let me go here. Give me a second, guys. Hello, sorry guys. Okay, so So before moving ahead, like let me do one thing. Let me give some text over here and see if there are no issues. Okay, so far no issues. Okay, so we need to use this value from here or here, right? So for that, what I'm going to do is, let me give something string str is equal to, okay, so I'm going to give context. So this is some sort of syntax what I could use to access that value. Let's see, like I'm exactly not sure it will work or not, but let's try. Okay, so depend on inherited widget of exatype. This is something what you should use, and then you have to give what type it is. Okay, if you go over here, you can see that it extends t, which means that I can pass anything, like anything that extends inherited widget. So in our case, this is something that inherited widget, right? That extends inherited widget. I will give it like this, and then I will click dot and then title. Okay, so and then give str. Let's see if it will work or not. Okay, so it is having some, the getter title was called on null. Okay, so wait 1 second. The reason is we haven't initiated this model. Okay, let me do one more thing. Okay, let me do. So what I could do to fix this issue, you know, so I need to go to the root of the app, okay, which is my app, and then within material app or like outside material app, what I could do is I can just wrap this inside a widget, and then that will be the model widget. Okay, and then you can see that we are passing child into this model. So when this code is actually run, what happens is this class is initiated, right? So this class is actually being initiated, then only we are having some value. Okay, now you can see that we got a value within the inherited widget, right? It might be confusing for sure, because like most of the topics were like like writing this depend on inherited widget, like this is something new. Okay, this is completely dedicated to inherited widget only, so we really don't have to remember this stuff. Okay, so as long as if we are able to remember that, okay, so this is, if like we can access some value from top of the tree, like widget tree, within somewhere using inherited widget type, that is fine. Okay, as long you know the concept, that is fine. So now let me change one more thing. So instead of using like this, let me use this like model dot off syntax. Okay, and then like let me do one thing, let me comment this str is equal to model dot off context dot title. Okay, this is like we need to make this work, right? So this, like as I said, media query off or like theme off. Okay, this we need this kind of syntax which will make it more look like an inherited widget. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to resolve this issue, create off method. Okay, within here I'm going to return model. Okay, so because I'm going to access title, right? So for that I need to return a model, and then I will copy paste this code over here. Okay, not the title, not with the title. I can do something like this, I guess. Okay, it still works. Okay, so it still works. So this is all about inherited widget. Okay, you can actually try much more complex stuff also, like as button clicks, the number changes, such kind of things you can actually try but what happens is you will end up using stateless, like stateful widget for that. Okay, when the button is clicked, you have to actually change the value, right? You might end up using the stateful widget there. Okay, again it might cause some more confusions, like whether you are actually able to access that value or not. Okay, so for example, as long as if I'm able to pass a new value to the model, this keeps changing. Okay, so this is all about inherited widgets. Like, don't worry if you're not able to actually code this example. Okay, you can actually try to type this once and then leave it. Maybe after maybe a month or later, as you develop more apps, okay, if you in order to get more understanding about Flutter framework, you can actually try it again. Okay, so it's all about, like, you give some time for yourself, write some apps with the existing topics you already know, and then try to learn some advanced topics, that then it will make more sense. Okay, I think that's it for today's class, guys. Yep, thank you so much for joining today. If you are having any queries, let me know. Okay.